Hey guys, Ted Gravlin with the Tedcast for today. We're getting towards the end of our checklist. If you haven't seen the other ones, go back earlier in the week and look at the checklist. This is again why I'm wearing my flight suit today, because I'm doing checklists and it's kind of a pilot thing. So I kind of thought I would throw a little curve today and do that. But if you want to see all the videos at once, just go to my YouTube channel, subscribe. They're all in there, all in order, or you can just watch them. I've been putting them out one a day on Facebook. You'll find me on YouTube, and tedgravlin.com also helps for there too. So pre-summer checklist, we're down to supply chain. We're going to talk about that today. Make sure you got these things in place. You don't want to, it's really hard to do it in the middle of summer. You won't have time to like make some moves or whatever necessarily if you're really, really busy. And I don't want to hear the calls, in the middle of a heat wave or something like, hey, I'm having so much trouble with I can't get a part here and I can't find that. I might need to switch brands, or you know what? Time to figure all that out now. First thing is get brand new, just call them this week, get new or current price lists from your suppliers. If the prices are changing, get the new one, or maybe they sent one out a few weeks ago and you missed it or whatever and the prices are different. Time to get new current price lists. Why? Because back in step one, building price books. We want to make sure we have all the newest current stuff, or have those conversations with the territory managers or whatever the heck they're calling them for the company you work with. The sales guys or whoever call on you, or the counter guys. Find out, hey, this is the current stuff, my pricing that I'm going to get this summer. Have negotiation, whatever that's going to be with them. Do it now. Okay. So next thing is inventory. Find out if they got inventory, or if they plan to have inventory. We're seeing all kinds of stuff all over the country where in this area of the country it's really hard to get this brand. In this other area of the country they got all kinds of it, but they don't have the other kind. So find out what kind of inventory they've got. Most of them will let you walk in the warehouse and look and go, yeah, it's stacked to the ceiling, we're good. Or they're going to go, wow, look at that, they got all kinds of furnaces but no coils. Really kind of weird. But you want to find out what's going on with whatever brands you're offering to your customers, so that you don't sell something and then call the customer back the next day and say, yeah, guess what? It's a 6-week back order on the thing I sold you yesterday, so now I have to switch it. It would have been nice to know that ahead of time, and especially if you're a smaller company who's not selling a lot all the time, and you may not know, yeah, we've been out of 3 tons for a month. You didn't know that? No, I haven't sold a 3 ton in a month and a half. So, you might want to know that what's going on with the inventory and stay on top of it and ask questions, okay? Also ordering. Figure out what your ordering process is going to be. Do you just call them on the phone and order it? Do you fax over a sheet? Do you still have a fax machine? Do they still have a fax machine? Is it an all online process? Do you have a process, in other words, for making sure that the ordering happens smoothly and not just because, the guy who sold it was supposed to remember and he forgot what kind they bought, or no. Got to be some kind of a process you got in place for setting up ordering and making sure that it happens all the way through and back into inventory and that. And make sure we can get the stuff we need to have it. Also, really good time for you to shop the brands you're with. Now, I know, you might have been a Lennox dealer since, the guy was wearing overalls and putting them in himself. Okay, I get it. But you got to shop your brands every so often. It's a really good time when it's not that busy yet to shop and see what kind of brands might be out there that you're not using. And look, wow, look at that. They've got tons of inventory. Mine's a little sketchy. Okay, well, maybe it's time to do a switch. Maybe see if you say, hey, I'm going to bring X amount of business over to this new product line. They might give you a heck of a deal. If you're going to say, hey, I'm going to bring over a 6-figure number to a new dealer, they may give you a heck of a deal. Maybe they won't. Maybe they will. But you need to shop and have those conversations now. Really hard to do it, again, when you're busy and they're busy and everybody's going like crazy. And at the same time, find substitutes. If you're using Goodman and you can find Nordyne, hey, you know what? They're both kind of lower end equipment, less expensive. I got a substitute product I can use here. So when I'm building my price books, by the way, I do not recommend that you stick brand names in on all the stuff you're doing. I see people building their books with a picture of a brand or something like that. And the customer's like, yeah, I want that one. It's like, okay, well, I can't get that one and I got a problem. And that's what I talked about. I talked to them for 45 minutes about how great this one brand was, and I got to switch them from Rheem to Rudd, which is the same freaking thing, but now the customer doesn't want it. Okay, so make sure that you've got alternatives set up, and make sure your process is set up so that you can use the alternatives without pushback from your customers. So, just be smart about it. You know, hey, I can't get a Goodman, but I can get an Amana. Guess what? Same product. I can't get a Train, but American Standard has the coil in stock. Guess what? Doesn't matter, okay? So let's figure out what your substitutes are going to be, get all that stuff set up so that you know what to do if you do get 6 weeks from now and find out, hey, I can't get the thing. They told me the inventory was good. They're out of the one size I need, and I know exactly where to call. Just call over here, this other place. I have a relationship with them already. We already have an account set up and all the stuff you're going to need to have. So you got to get your supply chain set up. You got to do it now. You cannot wait till you need it at the last minute. So again, if you need more help, let me know. Send me a message, tedgravlin@gmail.com, or Facebook message me, and you can find me on YouTube. So that's the tip for today. We'll talk soon.